What's up, y'all? Yeah. So, I was figuring I was going to do one last thing here, and then, so I did it. And, well, I read that they might have reported me on the news as an alt-righter who got beat, like, not reported on me by name, but I'm a Antifa who got beat up by alt-right, and the police had to interrupt the scuffle. And it's like, no, dude, the alt-right fucking beat me up. Like, tried to beat me up twice because I had a sign that said, John 1, Jewish leaders, and then the other side said Jews own America. So they didn't like that. The alt-right doesn't like that because the alt-right is a government operation now. And they're not the alt-right that started before Trump and Alex Jones and mainstream media latched onto it. So, yeah. At the free speech rally, got jacked for free speech. Goes to show how much they don't know about them being Nazis, like the liberals following the false narrative. So, immediately after that, I got removed from the rally and then got into another fight, like a more realistic type fight. I mean, no one's like dead or bleeding or anything, and I didn't press charges on anyone. I mean, why would I talk to the cops? Because I was forced to, because they fucking stormed me and shit. That's why. That's the only reason they be asking if I want to press charges, is because fucking like 20 of them fucking swore me. So kicked the guy back and grabbed my sign. Tried to kick me. I blocked the kick with the sign while it was still in both of our hands. And then this one dude I met up with, apparently he had a hold of the dude, but I mean, he was still fighting, trying to take my stuff from me. So I went to while I was holding the sign, went to kick him, to push him so he'd lose his grip on the sign. And, if I tried to kick him to hurt him, I would have aimed for his teeth or something, because he was bent over. Would have been a real good hit. But I was just trying to boot him in the ass so he'd get away from me. That's odd because, you can see here. Oh, he doesn't have any proof of anything. You can see right here there. Can you see? They're trying to... I'm all like, why don't you do something about it? Because they're like, I'll get arrested. And I'm like, no, dude, I'm going to get arrested fucking for another murder charge if you try to do something. And so they were surrounding me here at this point, right? This is the alt-right Antifa. I mean, the same thing, right? It's really the same thing. It's the alt-right right here. They started surrounding me because I was talking. They didn't like that. The sign, they couldn't do much about the sign. But once I started talking and saying that the people on stage leading them were Jews and they're to mislead them and they weren't the real alt-right. I just got tired of hearing their bullshit up on stage, man, talking about, America, the Christian nation, got to kick the Muslims out. It ain't no Christian nation. It's a Jewish nation, you fucking lying scumbag. It's under Talmudic law, not Christian law. It's not under fucking Sharia law. But anyways, they're surrounding me here. I mean, do you really want to watch? I've got so many videos here. Look, I'm totally not talking like a liberal, ever. So we have this, and I'm getting surrounded. They were already in front of me to block me from seeing the stage and block my sign from being seen. It felt like they were using low-key tactics for a while before this guy stood in front of me. I mean, I'm limited to what cams I can use because my cams were overheating. Magically, nothing worked that day. I couldn't get they're fucking chanting USA to drown me out. So let's get to the end here, which you're not going to see it all because, like I said, cameras issues, they're fucking with my technology and everything. But here at the end, we got the one everyone else looks at as the guy who assaulted me, the guy in red here. They look at it as he's the one who assaulted me, but I was already surrounded by like 5-6 people who were like, you know, low-key pushing me around and stuff. Not like, you know, pushing me around, but making sure I was like surrounded. I mean, it was a clear effort eventually. At first, I think they were sending like women in there. And I was completely surrounded by the Jays. Like, ooh, wow. I mean, was there any, I don't know if there's any white people at any, especially on the Antifa side. I think everyone in Antifa was a J. You'll see that soon. So you seen that dude in the red there at the end. The video ended right there. Who knows what reason? Maybe the camera got smacked because that was when he was pushing up on me. And so then after that, the odd thing is some like Israeli looking fucking dude looks like fucking Israeli. He looks like Rambo and shit, like, but a Krav Maga version of Rambo. So see, like, this dude like comes in and swoops me out of this position, which I'm about to like probably get some good fucking publicity because I'm about to be jumped by a whole group of alt-righters. And so I put my hands up so everyone knew that I wasn't like really fighting. And I was just trying to get them out of my space eventually. And then it's like, dude, if you're gonna surround me, like, man, you better fuck off, dude. Like, I got a safe zone here. If you want to surround it with some hostile intent, like, I'm gonna have to start clearing the safe zone. I mean, because obviously what happened is part of the plan. And there was already people in my face. I mean, they was in my face. Like, they got a lot of video of me, but let's see how much of that actually surfaces, because the news reports are not mentioning my name, and they're saying I'm Antifa. And they're not even saying that when the cops broke the skirmish between the Antifa and the alt-right up, that me and the other dude, who were supposedly Antifa, we went over to the other side. And then, like, we couldn't move like a foot or two because Antifa was there waiting for us to come over or something, man. It was, I'm telling you, the J people are like organized aliens or something, man. They've got this thing going on where they can plant stuff and see stuff and share information or something, man. Because it was very orchestrated this weekend. Everything was very orchestrated. The most orchestrated I've ever been able to see and like prove it was orchestrated. Like, right, like a lot of times shit starts happening, like they make my devices overheat, and it's like, oh no, that's just all devices do that. Yeah, sure, okay. And okay, so well, that's why we brought backup devices, but they're not all perfect. You know, I'm just one man. No one fucking helps me, except for there was one dude who showed up from New York. Imagine that. And yeah, I can only suspect. But he supposedly was one of the alt-righters who kept talking about the original alt-right stuff. And, you know, like, white people stop blaming blacks for everything and Muslims and start pointing fingers at the people controlling white people. So, yep. Fucking, what am I even posting a video for? This is all completely censored and shit. This is just, I mean, this is just the proof. Like, I'm gonna leave behind that, you know, there is no fucking hope. If anyone in the future with any brains ever fucking gets involved in trying to change the world, like, I'm just showing you, man. Like, maybe you'll find this video, maybe you won't, but they all work together. Tons of people work together to censor it. Tons. It was not an Antifa versus alt-right skirmish. It was an alt-right versus alt-right skirmish on its, you know, surface. That's all anyone could have said it was. Saying I was Antifa is just a conspiracy theory that they used to silence me for what I did. But anyways, it's odd that the Mossad-looking, Israeli Krav Maga-looking fucking guy is the one who pulled me out of there. And it felt almost as if, you know, it was either staged like that, or it felt as if he felt he had to get me out of there because it would have brought too much attention to what I was doing in my signs if I really let myself get beat up, which I would have. Like the more to prove that it happens. Well, I mean, I guess when I took my sign, I didn't allow that to happen for too long. But when I was surrounded by 6, 12, 20 people, however many it was, and alt-right, who knows fucking what would happen there. I mean, I'm not going into these places carrying either. I just had my fucking spike gauntlets on and shit. So, hell, there might have been another skirmish that they even tried to cover up that was not, even discussed. Fucking, yeah, I'm not organized here. I don't really care to be anymore. There's no reason. But, I mean, yeah, I'm making it up, right? I'm making it up, dude. Like, make America stop hate. They gave me that because the Antifa came over to the alt-right side and they assumed I was alt-right. And then alt-right beat me up. And then they sent me to the Antifa side and this is what happened. So I was asking this dude, like, who are you? What's going on? And he wasn't really answering questions. And he was like, no, I'm definitely not the feds. Like, that's, like, those people would fuck you up more. And he's right. Like, in the next alt-right versus me skirmish, like, we confronted this dude. I met up with this other dude. I forget his name right now. I don't know how. They didn't let me forget it.
They pulled me out of there, and I didn't know who that was.
And so, even if you get, like, the other people's story of what happened, it's not exactly how I feel it was happening. But that guy right there, he took the blame for being the one pushing up on me. But in reality, his friends at first were pushing up on me. But this little interview that the dude I was with right here, that you can't see, and I mean, you probably could see if I went through it and showed you, but I mean, there's just so much footage on here. I don't have time for all this shit. Anyways, yeah, see, it's like already telling me, like, fuck him, my date is fucking over. So, whatever. I was just doing one last fucking thing, I guess. And, fuck everybody. So, yeah, that led to a fight right there, and that's the real fight that they say one fight happened, like, no, dude, at least 2, 3, 4 involving me alone. It depends on how you want to look at it. I mean, how many times did Antifa assault me with non-fists, with other items? I mean, dude, how many times is that? Who knows? And who knows if they fucking assaulted the dude I was with, because they split us up. So, I mean, I thought I'd be cool and start surrounding Antifa, and then, like, that doesn't work too well when you're 2 people against, like, 20. You start surrounding one person, and those 20 can, then you're divided. You don't even have each other's backs if you go for the backs of one of the other people. Which is what I did. I wasn't really thinking, I was thinking more, if these people move on the person I was with, who just helped me deal with this guy, then I would have clocked him in the head. See, it wasn't just me either. It was the dude I was with as well. Like, we were both there to expose the alt-right and Antifa, basically, because that's the reality of this stuff. Man, it seems so weird and so staged, like the whole weekend. But yeah, that like led to this direct confrontation right here. You can see the cops are right there, like they're just like right beside us, because we're kind of talking to them about where to go, because it's all cordoned off and we can't get to the next area we want to get to. And I mean, just so you know, right there's a guy in the red, and right there's one of the cops. So there's tons of like high-powered military type cops right there, like tons of them are right there. And so like this video kind of ends like right when he grabs my thing. See, I think that's really odd that my videos are ending. I'm like purposely turning my videos off 30 seconds before I get assaulted or something. That doesn't make sense, dude. Like that shit with Alex Jones, when the liberals called the cops on me, my cameras was off, and I was just like, I must have accidentally turned them off. I don't think that's what's happening. I think they're fucking with it. Like, they were fucking with my device when I was trying to get hooked up with these electric scooters so I could get to this place and shit. It sure felt like they was fucking with it. None of the scooters worked. None of the apps worked. They're like, oh, we're sending you a message. And then one time, like, one of the things was like, we're sending you a verification message. And then it was like, and I was like, send again because I didn't get it. And it's like, you're asking for too many verification attempts. Try later. And it's like, they didn't even send me one, but instantly Chase Bank, and we know who owns the banks, sent me a text message. So it's like, it wasn't my, it wasn't my signal not working. It was them not doing it. But, right here, we get assaulted. And then he grabs my sign. He tries to kick me. I block his kick, and then I kick him. Like, I don't really kick him. I push kick him. Because I got my he's trying to take my sign from you and shit. And I'm just trying to get over there with the liberals and stuff. Talk to liberals. And then, so you have, like, when I got this turned back on, we got, they're asking me if I want to press charges, if I want to copy the report, and I kind of did, but I didn't want to waste any more time. So I just wanted it for his name, because that was like the second time he assaulted me that day. I figure a third time, man, I'm going to need that if I get some self-defense charges. It'd be interesting to know if this guy shows up somewhere else or some shit. But so at the end of this video, they opened up the barricade and let me over. And then we got company sitting right there waiting. Let me turn this volume down. See, there's one of those scooters. There's one of those scooters. But, who gives a fuck, right? No one, except for this other dude, no one else is really. Well, it's interesting to note that dude was kind of there the whole time. I didn't notice. It was kind of like the same whole group was over there. I wasn't able to. Once I was led on the other side, I wasn't able to go speak with other liberals because the Jewish Antifa was right there to prevent me from moving anywhere. And so I kind of just stayed right there. That wasn't my goal, but once the police let me over, here they come. See, they're already like walking back and forth, profiling me. And I'm saying, see, they told their friends. See, and there's the dude I was with. Like, you can only see a little bit because my camera thing keeps getting bent down. I mean, I can adjust it. Sometimes it moves back on its own, but when people start grabbing you and fucking pushing you around or trying to kick you, like, your stuff gets fucked up. Like, I'm no longer like worried about how many cameras I got rolling. It's like I'm worried about, at this point I'm kind of thinking more about protecting this dude right here. Because he was helping me over on the other side with the other dude when he grabbed my fucking sign and shit. And you can see I got my spike bracer on there. I'm trying to put it back on because the cops took it off to put me in cuffs. So, yeah, making it all up, dude. There goes my dude again. We get separated here soon. And then, shit starts happening, like, even more hardcore. Of course, they're trying to start shit first, and then they separate us. So basically, I'm getting like railroaded by them only to talking to them. I can't talk to anyone else. I'm turning the volume down because it's just mostly a lot of talk. But you can see here like the Antifa is all up in my face like the whole time. And now they got another group on my friend. Right now we're like my new acquaintance. Right now we are just being surrounded and separated us. Clearly, they know what they're doing here. I mean, they're not tough guys, but they want to be, and they're like surrounding and separating us. And that's a good method, I guess, right? It's a good start. You have to learn how to do something after you. I guess the 8-on-1 technique works for fucking most people, so you don't really have to train too much harder than that. So yeah, looked that up. Didn't see anything about that. I mean, why do I really care? Why am I uploading anything anymore? I mean, this is clearly what the fuck happens. So I'm not too pressed about this, right? See, I mean, just so you know that first video was at the demand free speech stage. Alt Right. Demand free speech. This is them up there. And the first few things that happen is the Jays are like here in full force. Like pro-Israel people and Jays are like here in full force. And then they start interviewing me and stuff. So yeah, so I just showed you that stage is that's what was happening that day. So if you see that, whenever you see that media and that doesn't talk about me, they're talking about they're like leaving out like the highlight of the event, because it was really uneventful up until people started surrounding me, and I got kicked out. And then after they like removed me from the front of the stage area, or the within side of the stage area, after they did that, like most of the alt-righters were gone. Like half of them were gone. I was like, wow. I'm not. Maybe they realize. Maybe I did get it. The message to a few that they are against free speech, and who knows? Or maybe mission accomplished. They stopped who they went there to stop. But yeah, hey, I'm making shit up. I don't know anything about car brakes. I don't know. I didn't pay people thousands of dollars to work on my car when I first bought it. I didn't pay people. I didn't fucking, nothing. I'm just making all this shit up, right? Making all that. And there's other video on this device too, but I mean, shit was happening. So whatever. You probably never hear me fucking, so fuck it. You'll never hear that stuff. They'll definitely suppress that. Why would they not? Because why would the government spend trillions of dollars creating the false narrative to just let someone like me come in there and blow it like that? They wouldn't do. And so I fucked up by going in there with only 2 cams instead of 4 cameras, and I have 3 cameras, but I didn't have the setup for 3. And then again, if I did, I probably would have had a lot more stuff they could have damaged and destroyed. But at the end of the day, who really gives a fuck? Because at the end of the day, it looks like almost everyone's in on it. So, I mean, it's like people are just laughing at me for trying to disrupt their fucking bullshit. And I don't fucking appreciate that very much. So, anyways, that's it. That's all there is to it. It's another full fabrication story, and it seemed like it was all staged. Really, it was a really small event for having such large leaders there. Laura Loomer and everyone, like she stepped up on stage. I got the video of that, and she looks exactly like an Israeli. She's up on stage looking like an Israeli. So, I mean, tell me. I wasn't up close at first, I guess, so you can't see without me zooming in. And then, of course, it's probably not good. But she looked like an extreme Israeli right there, dude. I don't know about you, but I know what an Israeli looks like, and that's I've never seen her look that much like one. But that must be some sort of natural look for her that's not very well doctored, because it goes along. And then everyone's on stage. They all seen it. They all knew what was up, man. I was right there, dead center, close to the front, and then they started surrounding me, and then, I was just not gonna have that anymore. So fuck it. So I'm just not gonna have any of this shit anymore, dude. Like, seems a little too fucking extreme that have to be involved in this life for so long. It's just so much bullshit. And really, I never got anything I wanted out of it. So, like, what am I, like someone else's, am I like everyone else's monkey or something? Fuck that, dude.